Hello, I am the Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business. Well, we are empowered. Well, we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits, and we raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really do appreciate you viewing my videos. Thank you for all the likes, the subscribes, all the shares, for all your comments and feedback by email and in my community posts. Thank you for all of your bookings. Thank you for all of the seeds you sow into me and my ministry and all the financial contributions to my channel. I really do appreciate you all, and that is from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, kingdom people. Thank you. And so, kingdom people, you already know what I'm here to do, and if you don't know, then now you know. I am here to drop this, beat this, word this message. Yeah, kingdom people. So, kingdom people, I am the chain breaker. Are you ready to break some chains? Let's go. Check it. So listen to this, kingdom people. God had given me some time ago that you are his secret weapon. That's what God was saying. You are his secret weapon. Now, this morning, God gave me that they know that you are his secret weapon. This is the interesting thing. Let me give you a little backstory on they are. So I used to have this thing where when people would say they, I would be like, who is they? Whether I said it out loud or I thought it, who is they? Then came the people, I started saying they. You know, for different reasons, whether it be they, because in some cases when I used to be like they, sometimes they were the experts. Sometimes they were just people, whatever. Sometimes it just be a cliche thing. Like, you know how they say, I just heard misery loves company. That's a saying. You can say, they say. So, okay. I said, okay, I get it. I get they. But sometimes I would still be like, who is they? Anyway, I got past that. And like I said, before you know it, I started saying they. But I started saying they not only in the same context, but when I talk about them ones. So it really tickled me. I was thinking about it not long ago, and I just really laughed. I said, listen to me. They. And this is the thing. God moves me to speak messages talking about they, specifically them ones. And I've already shared this before. Many of you already know I was at a place at one point where I didn't care to talk about those kind of things and what they want and talk about the enemy and all that and the other. I just wanted to keep it cute and I wanted to keep it positive. You know, but what God has taught me and have shown me is that he needs me to speak on these things, to bring awareness to it, to expose. And sometimes people need to hear it, know, and just be aware of what's going on, or just to confirm. Confirmation many times is everything. And so I'm like, eventually I warmed up to, okay, this is something I need to do. I still like to take breaks from it. But at the same time, I move as God moves me to do. Either way it go. Whatever God moved me to do, that's what I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, kingdom people. When God originally gave me this message, he just said, you are my secret weapon. You are God's secret weapon. Kingdom people, you are God's secret weapon. This morning, God said, they know that you are God's secret weapon. So originally, the message was you are God's secret weapon. He was just stating you are his secret weapon. This morning, again, he gave me, they know. Y'all know who they is. Yeah, them ones. They know that you are God's secret weapon. Now, here's the thing, kingdom people. Now, many of them ones, many of they, who they is, are them ones that try to, all the crazy. The ones that want to use you, the one that try to stop you, block you, harass you, bully you, slander your name, cause you harm, all those things, kingdom people. The thing is, they too know you are God's secret weapon. God dropped this on me this morning. He said, even though they have all these things going on inside of themselves, I wanted to say with you, really what they have going on with you is not, it really has nothing to do with you. They just project it on you. They just externalizing it towards you because they have their eye on you. What they have going on is within themselves. And God said, even with whatever they have going on within themselves towards you, is not good. They might still want to take you out. They might still want to pull you down, trying to keep you from moving forward. All those things. And yes, they need a way to get in to do that. They need you to cooperate with that. Because trying to work from the outside don't work. God said to me this. Even though they're trying to do all that, they also still want to benefit from you. God said because they know that you are his secret weapon. Kingdom people. Them ones, they know you are God's secret weapon. And what God was saying to me is they want to use you for their benefit. It's nothing new to us. We know people want to use us for their benefit, to help them elevate. At the same time, they want to tear us down. Many times they want to be who we are. They want to take our essence from us and become us. But that's a whole nother message. But that's a lot of times what it is. The point is, kingdom people, they know that you are God's secret weapon. And God was just really showing me how they just really can't keep their eye off you. They really just can't, move around you. It's a thing where, to me, how can you be so focused on somebody like that? And especially when you know they have no interest in you and you just keep going and you just try to do things, even if you rest for a little while. Before you know it, here you go again. God gave me yesterday, because I did a video not long ago talking about how they dropped the ball. There were some things going on yesterday, and I kept hearing they picked the ball back up. And I was cracking up. But what they were doing to pick the ball back up was the same things that they been doing, which is why I don't care to deal with them. In other words, they're the same people. So even if you pick the ball back up, and again, in this sense, you pick the ball back up to go back to acting crazy, to still doing the crazy stuff that I don't care for and won't deal with you. And what God showed me about that is how sometimes people want you to think they change. They'll stop for a while because they want you to think they change. And it's the thing of, people don't change that fast. And especially when you got all that wickedness going on in you. But the thing is, kingdom people, it only lasted for so long, because before you knew it, they got right back to their old ways. And God said they picked the ball back up. And I cracked up. It was so funny to me. But it tripped me out, because I'm like, how you pick the ball back up and think picking the ball back up means going back to all the stupidity and nonsense and all of your wicked ways. But what I kept hearing is distorted. Because when you're distorted, you don't really see how off your behavior is, because you're distorted. Distorted people don't know they're distorted. They don't know they're distorted. God gave me this morning, he said, no, that was last night. God told me, he was talking to me about some of these ones. And he said, because he was just showing me how they just won't stop. They just keep going. Now, a lot of it's because that devil then put, you'll be over here like, who put them batteries in your back and got you going like that? because you can't believe that these people just won't stop. But God pointed out the devil got control of them. They can't stop. Even though God is saying stop, even though the thing to do is to stop, they can't stop. Now, it's one thing to watch you, and I'm just here by social media. Even though some be listening and watching you in your private space, they be very inappropriate. But that's a whole nother thing too, where God deals with them for that. Because when people do inappropriate stuff like that, they get dealt with, especially when they're doing it to God's people. Anybody, really. But it's a big no-no. Anyhow, it's one thing to watch you and stalk you on social media. But it's a whole nother thing to start trying to impose themselves on you and to continue to try to violate your privacy. It's kind of like just watching quiet, watching secret, and just be quiet and watch. But don't be trying to act and do nothing. And that's where the issue comes in at Kingdom People. But the reason why they do this is because they know you are God's secret weapon. And so because these people are so mixed up, their behavior just be all over the place. So they picking up balls and going back to doing all the crazy stuff they were doing before because they think that's the way to go. In other words, they haven't changed. They can't change. That's kind of what God was giving me. Going back to what I was saying, God was showing me. He said literally, it's over for them. He was just showing me specific ones. It's over for them. And God is saying to you all, Kingdom People, he's probably even telling some of you, it's over for them. Listen, Kingdom People, I said, God have mercy. I didn't even know what to say. And I was just like, God have mercy. And let me tell y'all what God said to me. He said they weren't having mercy with you when they was doing what they were doing with you. And I was just like, wow. But then God dropped this on me this morning. He said, whatever I do with them or whatever I allow to happen, there's still mercy in that because you asked. It may look horrible. It may be horrible. Whatever happened to them may be bad, bad, bad. Because you have to reap what you sowed. You have to get the consequences of your actions and behavior. He said, but in there's some mercy. Depending on what they were doing and the level of mercy they had or did not have will correlate to what they received. So what God was basically giving me, it ain't going to look like they have no mercy. But it's some mercy even in that. Because whatever they getting ready to go through, going through, I'm hearing, but it's getting ready to get worse. God's just been giving me that. He been giving me that, but over last night and this morning, he been telling me it's just not good. But he said it could be worse, and that's where their mercy is. It's going to be bad. They're going to feel it. That's like they was trying to make you feel it, Kingdom People. But God is saying that they were doing all of that. Listen to this. Because they know that you are his secret weapon. These people know that you are God's secret weapon. They know that God is with you. So that has everything to do with why they were doing all of what they were doing. Listen, Isaiah 43:1 says, but now this is what the Lord says. He who created you, Jacob, he who formed you, Israel, do not fear. For I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. Kingdom People, these people know that you are God's secret weapon. They know that God has redeemed you. They know that you belong to God. They know that God has summoned you by name. They know that you are God's secret weapon. These people know, even if they didn't know at first, they know now. If they didn't know, now they know that God is charging you to do the things that you're doing. God has appointed you. He has anointed you. He has purposed you. He has called you. He has you on a mission. You are God's secret weapon. And Kingdom People, they know that you are God's secret weapon. Yeah, they may be going about things all cuckoo crazy because that's the only way they know. That's who they are. But they know that you are God's secret weapon. Otherwise, like I always say, why would they be paying you attention like that? Why would someone be so focused on you and continuously be focused on you? I used to couldn't understand it for the life of me. Like, especially the ones, which is many of these ones we talking about, not always, But the ones that don't claim they don't like you, claim they can't stand you, talk all kind of crazy about you, say how you ain't this, you ain't that, you just say all kind of stuff, talk bad about you to other people, but they steadily watching you. That's because they know that you are God's secret weapon. I want to say it makes no sense, and it doesn't, but it does, because it is a oxymoron, so to speak. I'm hearing make it make sense. You can't, but at the same time, it does. Again, an oxymoron, so to speak, because it makes sense for who they are and where they are. But no, in real life, when you're dealing with someone who's logical and reasonable, no, it wouldn't make sense. Logical and reasonable people don't behave like that, but they do, because they're distorted. I'm hearing reprobate. So yeah, kingdom people, they keep going. They gonna keep watching you and stalking you and doing whatever they feel like they gotta do, because they know that you are God's secret weapon. But what I'll tell you is this, like I already know you're doing, kingdom people, keep going about your business. It don't matter. God got that. God got that. Just know, they know that you are God's secret weapon. They know you belong to him. He has redeemed you. He has anointed you, and he has appointed you. He created you, and you are walking in that, and who and what he created you to be. As Isaiah 43:1 says, they know you belong to God. They know you are God's secret weapon. 2 Corinthians 10:4 says, for the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power to destroy strongholds. Kingdom people, let me tell you what God gave me concerning this. God said they know you know how to pull down strongholds, whether they understand it to be what that or not. They know you don't walk in the flesh. Again, some of these people may have underestimated you at first, didn't get it, didn't know, but now they know. But they know you something different. God was saying they trying to figure you out. They can't figure you out. What they know is that you ain't average. You something different. I'm just hearing you are a supernatural being. God has his hand directly on you. You belong to him. They know that you are God's secret weapon. They know that you pull down strongholds. This says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Are not of the flesh. Same thing, not carnal. They know you're not carnal. They know that you are divine. But you have the divine power to destroy strongholds. In other words, they know that you can. I'm hearing you. They know you a demon slayer. And I'm reminded of Jesus. And when them ones, was it Legion? Or whoever them ones, them demons, was like, Jesus, what business have you with me? Or have you come to, what they say, rid us before our time? That's what them ones, how they see you. They know you pull down strongholds. They know you destroy demons. They know. They know you belong to God. They know you are God's secret weapon, and that you can slaughter some things. And you ain't even got to do nothing. Just you. Walking in who you are, because God has his hand on you. Just being you. Just your very presence pulls down strongholds. And they know that. Again, whether they understand it in them terms or not. Kingdom people, that's why they own you. That's why they still watch, because they can't believe. Wow, what is this? Even though they still continuing their debauchery, that's just who they are. They're gone. They're not even who God created them to be anymore. Let me tell you what God gave me concerning that. Yesterday, God said to me, he was showing me specific ones. He said they have a hole in their soul. Then he said they don't have a hole anymore. They don't have a soul. He said they had a hole in their soul. They don't have a soul anymore. And then he showed me literally this depiction of, let's call it a hole. Let's just say a circle. It was like a space. And here's a hole in the middle of that space. And that hole just got bigger and bigger and bigger. What happens if a hole get bigger and bigger and bigger? It's not long, whatever it is, let's just say it's a piece of cloth. It's a round piece of cloth. It's a hole, and then you tear it and tear it and tear it, and it becomes so big that it's no more cloth. God gave me that depiction, and he said that's what happened to them. Then he gave me this. It's just like cancer. How it can be right here. You can have cancer in this part of your body. Let's just use this as a depiction again. Let's just say a circle. Cancer is right here. Then it starts to eat away at the rest of your body. He said that's what that is with them. That hole in their soul has gotten so big, and it's because they didn't recover. They're not healing. They're not doing the work. In fact, they're just going deeper and deeper into their evil. They just continue in their evil ways. They won't stop. I'm hearing they can't stop. So it just eats away at them, and their soul has been eaten away at till they don't even have a soul anymore. And God is saying, he's telling me right now, and that's why it's over for them. There's nothing else. I was reminded too of people walking around in what some will call meat suits. And what do I mean by that? We're so-called human beings, but some people, they're not really human anymore. They just have meat suits. They just have fleshly bodies, but they don't have a soul. And usually these are these people that's operating in these demonic spirits on a deep level, because their evil ways and their lack of evolving, growing, and changing from those evil ways has eaten away at their soul. So they're soulless. And I'm hearing again, and that's why it's over for them. But kingdom people, they know that you are God's secret weapon. They know. Now, never mind their behavior and how they act and all of what they doing and what they got going on. Never mind that, because they don't, that's just who they are. They have no soul. Their soul has been eaten away at by all of their stuff. And then, you know, God was just showing me, I've been knowing it, but he was just talking to me this morning about some of these ones that have children, and specifically these narcissists. Same thing, because they demonic, and a lot of narcissists become soulless because they continue in those ways. And what they're doing, those that have children, guess what they're doing? Creating narcissists, creating children who are becoming soulless, because they're just repeating a cycle. Sometimes they teach this to them, to their children, whether it be verbally telling them and showing them, or just modeling it around them. And so, too, God was showing me about that, how many a times these ones, kingdom people, these narcissists, they're so jealous hearted, they're jealous of their children. And what do I mean by that? They just so jealous. They're just jealous hearted. They jealous of anything and everybody. Just, they don't want nothing and nobody to be better than them, which is beyond me, because there's so many people that's better than them. And not that anyone is better than anyone, but you know what I'm saying. Some people are more successful than others. Many people are more advanced and successful than us, kingdom people. So it just doesn't, well, they don't make sense. I was about to say, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you don't want nobody to be better than you, then you jealous of everybody. These are the kind of people that's jealous of the moon, the sun, the duck over there, the dog, the cow. It don't matter. They just jealous-hearted people, and they jealous of their own children. They, even if they have issues that they created in them, that they caused in them, God was showing me how they don't even want their children to be nothing. That's just how jealous-hearted they are. They want to be the top dog to the point they stifle their own children, and they create children that become soulless by trying to keep them meshed down, because they got to be better than their children, to the point they don't even want their children to be someone significant. Now, most normal, I don't know if I want to say normal, but level-minded people want the best for their children. Not these ones. Not these ones. They don't want their children to be anything. They want their children to be less than them, and they make sure of it, because they destroy them. They destroy their minds. They destroy their spirits. But God keeps saying to me that they're going to pay for that. And he was even talking to me about sometimes it's better when you are aware of situations like this, not always, now put these things in this proper perspective and let God lead you. But sometimes it's just best to leave that be, because sometimes these people be messing their kids up so much, you just might as well leave them kids with their parents and don't try to intervene or do anything to help them get out the situation, because they become a problem to other people because they're being demonized so bad. But this is what their parents created in them. And it's bad. And they're creating soulless children now. But kingdom people, I ain't mean to go off into that. But that I must have said it for a reason, because it's on me. And it's been on me since last night. And then this morning. But God has said they know that you are God's secret weapon. They know that you are God's secret weapon. And that's why they so focused on you. That's why they don't, in their mind, want to give up on trying to what? Get inside. Get with you. Because they know, and I'm reminded again of how you have the divine power to pull down strongholds. They even know that you can slaughter their stuff. But the problem with that is we don't pull down strongholds of those who are not willing and ready to do the work to keep those strongholds pulled down. It's just like casting out demons. You're not supposed to cast out demons. Scripture speaks of it. I don't have it right here right now, but how you cast out a demon and someone who's not ready to replace it by walking with God and walking in God's ways and filling that up with the right stuff. If you cast out them demons, and them demons come back and see that house empty, their temple is empty, they ain't doing nothing with it. Them demons come back, and they come back worse, because they bring their brothers and their cousins and their uncles and Snook and Rook and Tasha and Tico and Shaniqua and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Boo-boo. I'm just saying. They bring a whole gang. So they end up worse off than they were. But the point is, they know that you can pull down them strongholds. They know you can cast out them demons. What they want is to just get the results of what they know you can do. But because they're not willing to really do their part and do the work, you can't play a part in that. Kingdom people, they know you are God's secret weapon. Check this out. John 15:7 says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Kingdom people, let me tell you something. These ones know that you can ask God for whatever you want, and He'll give it to you. That's part of why they want to be down with you, so they can get some things, because they know you can go to God like that. They know you are God's secret weapon. Furthermore, this is what God told me. These people many times feel like you get whatever you want. They feel like you spoiled. You don't have to do nothing. Even though, yeah, you might be spoiled. Yeah, you might get what you want, because God favors you. Sometimes you don't have to do nothing is not true. It's not true. It's some things you have to do. You have to do what God say. You have to live by His ways. You have to follow in His statutes. You have to, it's some things that you have to do. But this is the thing, kingdom people. Even if you didn't, and God was just blessing you, so what? So what you spoiled? So what you get what you want? But ain't that the mindset of jealous people? Point is, kingdom people, they feel like you get what you want. You spoiled. They know that you are God's secret weapon. Regardless of how they think about it, how distorted, how wrong they can be in their perspective. And sometimes they might be correct. I had this thing where you know how to say, they don't know what you went through. They don't understand. They just see what I could care less. They don't have to know what I went through. It ain't none of their business unless I tell them. What business is it theirs? What I'm doing? They all up in your business. How you all up in somebody else's business and got a whole lot to say about something that don't have nothing to do with you? They know you are God's secret weapon. That's why. I ain't mean to yell, kingdom people. But that's why. I'm hearing make it make sense. I just made it make sense. That's why they do all that, because they know you are God's secret weapon. They know. No, they might not like it. They hate us. But they know. No, they might not care for you, and they might want to tear you down. But they know. They know you God's secret weapon. Yeah, they might be trying to use you and get in and try to get something from you. And guess what? It's so. Because they know you God's secret weapon. Must I continue, kingdom people? I think I've made my point. They know you are God's secret weapon. Kingdom people, I'm going to let that rest right there. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video, something like this one, kingdom people. If you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, you can find all that information right down below in the description box. If you would like to donate to my channel, financially contribute to my channel, sow a seed into me or my ministry, you can find that information down below. That information is cash.me // $L Booker and the number 1. Or PayPal at paypal.me /Latricia Booker. Again, all that information is right down below in the description box. If you would like to book me for a counseling session, a life coaching session, I said counseling. Wow. Well, see, I kind of just told on myself. It's something that's in the works, actually, kingdom people. So, yeah. But if you would like to book me for any kind of coaching session, yeah, I'm able to do business coaching as well. And all of the other coaching things that I specialize in is right down below in the description box. If you are interested, you can find all that information right down below. I do have payment arrangements. I work on a sliding scale. If you want package sessions, like a ongoing coaching contract, so to speak. Well, contract, that's what it is. Yeah, so if you're interested, just reach out to me at kingdomtrish@gmail.com. Again, all the information is right down below in the description box. And if you are interested in purchasing my book, The Girl in the Mirror by Sheila Brooks is my pen name, that link is down below in the description box, so you can find it also on Amazon.com. So, kingdom people, we are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers, more than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people, we are. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really do appreciate you being here with me, spending this time with me. You could be anywhere else, but you chose me, and I appreciate you for that. Kingdom people, with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, that is my time. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. But I'll be back to hold you down. I am out. Peace.